My name is Robert Christopher Mayweathers. I live at 3102 Center Hill Road, 38841. We are under attack. People are driving worms through us from a remote location. Remote controlled parasites. They're hurting me and my dog and my dad. We're sick. Me and her are sick. They just attacked my medulla. They're disgusting people. I can also hear their voices. They're very hostile. They keep threatening me and my family. Breaking law, get away from me. Get these people away from me. They're being hostile, extremely negative. I can hear the voices of the assailants. They have installed technology in my brain. They are Scientologists. I've been kidnapped by Scientology. Yes, I have. See my other videos. I'm being threatened. I feel sick. I just received brain damage. They attacked my medulla. I feel very sick. Oh, y'all are breaking the law. You're breaking the law. Get away from me. Stop driving my worms. You're breaking the law. Stop talking to me. Get away from me. So there's more space in the universe than humans can see. There are more dimensions. And there's a plane they call the inverse. It is our inverse. To me, it looks like inward expansion. It's like expansion also goes inward. It goes out and in at the same time. Like our third dimension is an outward expansion. And then we have an inverse, inward expansion. That's what it looks like to me. So there's more space than we can see. It goes to another place, a whole another universe on the inside. It's like there's an inside to the universe. There's also an outside. They call it the inverse. We have biology in this extra place, space. I'm bad sick. I've just received brain damage. People are driving worms through me and my family. Remote controlled parasites. Oh, they're assaulting my medulla. They're breaking the law. So we have biology in this extra plate, this parallel universe, these extra dimensions. It is attached to us. We utilize this biology when we die to have an afterlife. We literally fly into outer space when we die. In other words, we have extra dimensions. Scientology is the practice of utilizing this extra dimensional biology before we die. They utilize it while they're among the living. So they remove it from themselves. And they use techniques and technology to turn it into an extra dimensional vehicle so they can drive it around before they die. I'm bad. So this technology also allows them the ability to create a hive mind. It is extra dimensional tech, inverse tech. So they interface everyone's neurology to a device. And this device is linked to a computer. And a whole bunch of people are linked to this computer. Their brains are linked to this computer. It allows the creation of a hive mind. This is a very intricate and complex technology. They literally have the ability to isolate, interface with individual neurons and nervous and they utilize this technology throughout their entire nervous system, even their sexual. This technology also gives them the ability to create surrogates. They're breaking the law. Get away from me. You're breaking the law. I'm being harassed over and over and over and over. So this technology gives them the ability to create surrogates. They can drive other organisms with the same technology they utilize to drive their extra dimensions. They can drive humans, animals, insects, worms in all dimensions. They can drive third dimensional humans and worms. This has led to the situation I'm in. They have turned my parasites into surrogates. They have poisoned me with parasites that they can drive. They're disgusting people. This technology also alters neurochemistry and brain function. It artificially stimulates neural tissue. So they can literally stimulate individual neurons or memories, thought patterns, thought processes. They can stimulate impulse. They can stimulate emotions. They can even control each other's movements. It's a type of surrogate. They're driving worms out. I have thousands and thousands of worms that range from microscopic up to 2 inches in diameter. A large percentage of the people practicing Scientology are criminal. They have psychological issues. They do things like home invasion, stalking, intellectual property theft, kidnapping, human trafficking, biological theft. They literally steal the dimensions off of people for surrogate making or personal transplants. This technology allows them the ability to interface with another biology. They can literally experience our cognitive function and how our nervous system. They can even feel how we feel. The human genome produces an 11-dimensional organism that has horns on its head. We are of the Anunnaki bloodline. They are inverse. It is our afterlife. They keep breaking law against me over and over. Assault, threats, threats upon my life, premeditating my murder, premeditating my family's murder. You're breaking the law. That is our afterlife. So if you modify this biology, this extra dimensional biology, it takes on a more alien form. Or Scientology has created lizard people, insectoids, Anunnakis out of the human bloodline. Humans are Anunnakis. We are of that bloodline. See, our extra dimensions, heavenly bodies, acquire special abilities. We have 11-dimensional sight. And we can see down to the molecular level. And if this biology is healthy and it's in a good environment, we can also do molecular transfer or magic. We can move particles around with our mind and our nervous. You're breaking the law. They keep threatening my life. You're dead. You're dead. I'm being assaulted over and over and over. So if you modify our Anunnaki or our extra, it takes on a more alien form. There's multiple things they can do. These are There are interdimensional companies called Yumas, Preservision, and the Lizard Company responsible for this. Their disposition, the technology that they utilize, and the substances are abusing, causing psychological issues among these people. It's Scientology. Their body mods, especially their brains, are invasive. They're highly invasive, and it causes damage and dysfunction. On top of that, it elevates neurochemistry, stimulates damaged brain tissue. I am observing extreme psychological issues, psychosis, delusions, irritability, jealousy, greed, pettiness, machoism. They're also abusing substances. So I've heard, please stop assaulting me and my family. So they have kidnapped me the last 13 years or longer. I started experiencing the strange events 13 years ago. See, I was a political and environmental activist on Facebook. I'm also an author. Also an author. I write literature. I write a lot about a lot of different things. My intellectual property saves the planet. I wrote Crazy Bird Comics. I wrote the Environmental Creation Agency. I wrote Divine Currency. I'm sick. I'm in pain. They assaulted my medulla. My medulla oblongata. or breaking the law, get off my property. These are Scientologists. Plus, they have a God disposition. Whenever you cleave your biology or practice Scientology, you move your biology into outer space. It achieves a different rate of expansion than we have in the third. It starts to grow. It becomes gigantic compared to people that practice Scientology. If they get cleaved right and they go, the techniques that they utilize is allowing them to expand at a greater rate than we do in the third dimension. So they become big compared to us. Plus, they are conditioned to practice Scientology and to create surrogates and to install technology inside of our biologies. So they literally cut body parts of organisms and stick stuff in them for a living. It is extremely violent behavior. They have become conditioned to it. My eyes hurting now. Driving words. Just gotta get this out. Please get away from me. It says we're gonna keep. We're gonna save you. So I was a political and environmental activist on Facebook, plus an author. I'm a Class A personality, a genius. I was participating in politics. I was a big influencer. I wrote a lot of content that attracted people. My psychology. Someone decided to practice Scientology and install devices and modified my upper dimensions or my embers. They continued to do this. Eventually, they assimilated me into a hive mind. I could hear everybody's voice. I could experience their emotions. A lot of them were hostile, extremely negative. They were talking, they were very mean towards me, and they were expressing their opinions about what I was doing on Facebook. Eventually, I started yelling at them. It was unnatural and very stressing. Stop, get away from me, leave. They continued to do this. Some people were not. Most of them were mean, hostile. Well, the communication stopped. But then it became apparent that the public was invading my privacy. Media companies, marketing companies, radio companies, internet companies, social media, tech companies, big businesses, politics, government, politicians, government agencies like the CIA, the FBI, the military. They were all invading my privacy. They could see what I see, hear what I hear. Even when I didn't have any digital devices around me, no cameras around me, they were still perceiving my environment. And they would communicate this with me through the radio, television, internet, social media companies. They would show me ads. They would talk to me over Facebook. A lot of them were my friends or followers. I'm sick. And get away from me. I have rights. I've been kidnapped by Scientologists. These people are all protecting each other. See, a lot of different people go to UMass to get preservation. Scientology. They take our biologies, make us a little. They call it UMass. The UMass company does this. Preservation does it too. They're controlling the heavens. These are third dimensional humans on Earth doing this, by the way. I'm being assaulted by other humans on Earth, civilians and government officials. Because they think they own me. They kidnap me. They are stealing my intellectual property. They are reading my mind as I create. My works of literature and ideas. They think they're going to steal it and make a whole bunch of money off of it. And they are making money off of me. They're selling seats to my phone service. They call it a phone service. Telepathy, the hive mind. They're conditioned to body snatch, make surgeries. They're conditioned to assault biologies and then stick stuff inside of them. This has turned into a snuff film. They have become addicted to practicing Scientology on me. Their elevated neurochemistry has caused extremely addictive behaviors. They practice Scientology over and over and over and over again. They're all addicted to it. It is their employment. It's what they do for a living. I just got threatened again. You're breaking the law. I have to continue to create these videos to alter their behavior. They're trying to create a false narrative of what says I'm a bad person that gives them the right to do this to me. It's all a lie. It's either a setup or it's petty offenses like drug use. They're trying to utilize this technology to manufacture evidence. That's their narrative. I've never seen it in the third dimension. I know people around me have acted strange. I have witnessed scenarios where people dress up, but it's not always for criminal purposes. It's like they're trying to write a story. They're trying to create some kind of narrative on earth and in heaven. They have done this to me, my family, my neighbors, my coworkers, my community, even the local police departments. These Scientologists have all interfered with our lives or practiced Scientology on us in the military. Marketing companies are installing these devices in people's brains to the public in an attempt to invade their privacy, to invade their thoughts, to control impulses. This technology gives them the ability to control cognitive function, like emotions or impulses. And they use artificial intelligence and other softwares and programs to try to get people to purchase. They're trying to sell people things. Like if someone has a thought pattern that pertains to purchasing things, like some people are shoppers, they like to buy things. They isolate these thought patterns and they stimulate them constantly. And then they use artificial intelligence, like you're watching a television show when a commercial comes on for a restaurant or like cheeseburgers or home furnishings or clothing or whatever. They can stimulate your thought patterns that pertain to purchasing things. They can make you want it or desire this. That is how the marketing companies are using this technology on the public without their consent. The government is also using this technology for surveillance purposes. They modify our biologies and they also remove biology from the inverse side. They do this in all dimensions too. They're assaulting you for no. Then get away from me. I didn't know too much at the beginning. You were exposed to technology. I have rights. You can't assault me. I just got assaulted. You can't make me hear voices. You can't assault me over and over and over again. They have destroyed my life. They have caused vehicle accidents. Whenever this started, I just bought a brand new car. I was searching for a place of my own and a mate, someone to start a family with. I was just starting out in life. I was a young person. They witnessed this. And bam, they caused a vehicle accident using another organism. That had to be what happened. It was strange because another person got me into that scenario. Someone literally controlled my environment. Or breaking the law. They want me here at my house for their purposes. They're literally creating a martyrdom story. They're all twacked out of their heads, delusional, psychotic, on drugs and technology. They're all feeding into the illusion of some kind of religious story. They're trying to create me as a martyr because my behavior and my works of literature saved the planet. They saved life on this planet. I wrote Crazy Bird Comics. I wrote the Environmental Creation Agency. I wrote Divine Currency. You're literally premeditating my merger. You're breaking the law. Stop driving my worms. Get away from me. You're breaking the law. So here it comes. You're breaking the law. Stop driving my worms. It's a Scientology, folks. Scientologists kidnap people. They invade people's homes, invade people's privacy, practice Scientology on other people. They install devices. They like to read people's minds. They're addicted to it. They are attracted to people. Their elevated neurochemistry also comes with elevated oxytocin levels. I've noticed this about these people. They're paparazzi. They are the paparazzi. These companies, humans, and preservation, they're like carnies. They literally treat our body parts as commodities and toys because they can stimulate them. They can give us pleasure. They can give us hallucinations, make us see things and feel things in our mind, like having a dream. They also, we dream inside of a computer. I don't have normal sleep anymore. Whenever I sleep, they make me have dreams. And a lot of times it's torture. They make me suffer some kind of bad scenario or experience bad pain. They know who's doing this. You're breaking the law. Stop assaulting me. And they say they can see the future. See, our third dimensionals experience time in a linear pattern, in a linear way. We experience time passing linearly, one day after another after another after another. That is not how time really exists. Time is actually simultaneous. The past, the present, and the future all happen at the same time. So the beginning and the end of the universe happen simultaneously. They're driving worms out of me. Oh, well, I have rights. These Scientologists practice Scientology on people. They kidnap people too. That's what this is. They found a Class A personality saving the planet, writing his comic books. They kidnapped me. They assimilated me into a hive mind against my will. Now they're saying I did something wrong to cause this to happen. No, I didn't. Civilians can't speak to me in my own home. Yes, they are. Civilians are invading my privacy. See my other videos. They're trying to come up with an excuse for why this happened. They are breaking the law. Scientologists are literally practice experimenting on human beings. Yes, it's true about the marketing company and the government, especially the FBI and the CIA. The military, they're doing surrogates. They also have a vested interest in me. They installed a lot of my gear. CIA, please get away from me. They say they see my future. They see how I die. You're breaking the law. Get away from me. You can call 911. If something happens, call 911 because we'll be right there. Please get away from me. You're breaking the law against me. You always have been. You can't make people hear voices. You can't make people have weird sensations or hallucinate. That's against the law. I don't care what it is. He's a person of interest. I challenged the status quo and succeeded. I persuaded politics in a big way. We persuaded elections, laws, we discussed policies. Yes, we also discussed religion, environmental issues. Stop driving my worms. Get away from me. Breaking the law. You're breaking the law. Stop driving my worms. Get away from me. Oh, that hurts. Oh, you're breaking the law. Get away from me. See, these people are here on their extra dimensions. That is part of their criminal activity. They like to invade people's homes. Paparazzi. My intellectual property saves the world. They're driving worms out of my tiny ones. You're breaking the law. You're breaking the law. Stop talking to me. They're saying it's my fault. That's a lie. They're addicts. They are addicted to drugs, to their technology, and experimenting on humans. They are literally forcing their religion upon a large percentage of the nation. This is the free zone of Scientology. Scientology is supposed to be, they're supposed to have audits. They're supposed to audit people before allowing them to practice or, or receive their technology. They have psychoanalysis and psychotherapy for a long period of time, and they receive their technology a little bit at a time, their devices. So the free zone is ordinary people utilizing Scientology's tech in the government. That's sick. They have assaulted my medulla today. That's sick. Please stop assaulting. See, our heavenly bodies or our inverse, they come with special abilities. The ability to see in all dimensions, down to the molecular level, and the ability to move particles around. They can literally do magic in a healthy environment. Biology. It sounds strange, but that's true. In this area of our universe, this becomes possible. So they're making me, they're driving worms. They keep assaulting me over. Away from me, stop talking to me. He says he's gonna get his little martyrdom story. Well, get away from me. You're breaking the law. You're breaking the law. Stop talking to me. I'm being kidnapped. Removing all these devices. Your worms are gonna go down and go to sleep. So they got them all over my spinal column, all over my neck. They're underneath my muscles. They're down inside of my stomach. These people are also addicted to driving surrogates. All they do, they practice Scientology on people and create surrogates. Surrogate making is literally driving another organism. So they steal biologies or create biologies to to drive. This is why Scientology, they're literally brain damaged and they're artificially stimulating their neurons, their neural tissue, and their sexual organs. Their entire nervous system is being stimulated constantly by a machine. Someone's up here controlling the effects. They literally give people these thought patterns They're already evil, Chris. Society creates evil people. We have to compete in this society for employment and resources. We have to climb the ladder. So it is beneficial to us to see another person fail. We don't want to see other people succeed. Pettiness, jealousy. And these people are on. They have elevated neurochemistry. It is exacerbating these psychological issues with these people. So you see these people running around. They're conditioned to practice Scientology and create surrogates. This is literally the act of cutting body parts off and sticking stuff inside of them and practicing Scientology on people, installing these devices, interfacing these devices in people. Well, they have a dream they're going to give everyone in the world technology so they can control their minds. We're going to create a good side. They're breaking the law. We have righteous human beings. They say not in the inverse. Yes, we do. That is our biology. I have a desire and a right to be whole until I die. Everyone does. Removing our inverse, it causes dysfunction, sicknesses, and especially this technology. It interferes with proper neurological function. Stop driving my words. They're stupid. These are stupid people. We're letting stupid people practice Scientology. They're running around high on drugs and technology. They think they can put their hands on people. Well, you're attacking me in my third dimension. He's over going, he sees the future, nothing bad's going on. They just shut part of technology. You're breaking the law. These people don't have the intelligence or the morality to be doing these things to other people. They're literally experimenting on me. They have every neuron in my brain isolated and wired up. We are also connected to this biology even after it's removed from it. Not bad. They just cut nerves. They assaulted my medulla. I feel weak. I'm being murdered. Me and my family are being murdered. You're breaking the law. So someone's getting killed for dereliction of duty. It's been going on for way too long. You can't assault people over and over and over again. Cause bad things to happen. I've not done anything wrong. Petty drug use. They exacerbate that. I've been sober most of my life. I paid for a lot of medical attention because of this issue. They even did this to my doctors and my nurses. They practice Scientology in an attempt to control the behavior. They don't want me to succeed. They want bad things to happen to me. They want me to be sick, you know, and unable to go anywhere. They've literally destroyed my life. They won't let me work. They assault me badly at work. They make me sick all the time. Stop driving my worms. Or breaking the law. Get away from me. Someone going to respond. You're breaking the law. Get away from me. All these Scientologists are sick as fuck. In the future, you fall down to a lot. Run around, acting crazy. They can't do it. They think you're about to die. They think that's why they're succeeding. Well, they're getting up here passing a false narrative. Well, you did so bad. It's all bullshit. Petty drug use. I have rights. I'm an American citizen. Y'all have attacked me with a biological weapon. Y'all are driving parasites to me. Assault with a deadly weapon. This is fucking disgusting. I can't believe the feds let them do it. Stop driving my worms. Turned off part of your phone service. They're having a good old time. Yeah. Raw high as a kite. Torturing someone to death. They use torture. They stick stuff in between my nerves, inside of my nerves, inside of my organs. They use worms to torture me too. They like to drive worms into places that cause me great pain and discomfort and leave me here all day long. I get sick. I smoke more. I drink more coffee in an attempt to kill the pain. Then they assault me for doing that, for smoking and drinking coffee. They say if I drink coffee one more time, bam, they're going to hit me. I have rights. You're breaking the law. Well, who now we get your intellectual property? They're trying to steal my intellectual property. That's what started this whole mess. They assimilated me in an attempt to read my mind. This technology allows us to experience each other's cognitive function. We can experience each other's thought patterns, our flow states. We can actually feel each other's flow states. We can feel each other's emotions. I'm bad. Stop driving my worms. You're breaking the law. Get away from me. You're breaking the law. Stop doing that. They have my brain merged with other people. They literally use my extra dimensional biology as transplants for themselves and for surrogate making. They're dropping worms out of my nose. Tiny ones. He knows about the secret. Get away from me. You're breaking the law. I have to report this criminal activity. In an attempt to save my life, I've contacted the local police, the FBI, the CIA, the military, and the CDC, and explained my problems to them. Says no one's doing something. Says dereliction of duty. You're breaking the law. Or twacked out of their heads. They all have bad psychological conditioning. They think they can put their hands on another human being and get away with it. They do this constantly to many people. If you're not practicing Scientology in the USA, you're getting practiced on, especially people of interest. Stop doing that. You're breaking the law. It says you're going to have to do your torture. You're breaking the law. I have rights. You're breaking the law. Maybe it's us. You're breaking the law. So we give them their loads. You're breaking the law. Stop assaulting me. Says I'm going to get you when you lay down. You're breaking the law. Get away from me. I don't want you here. Leave. You're breaking the law. Oh, I feel bad sick. Our extra dimensionals come with special abilities. The ability to see. They can interact with our biology on a molecular level. They can even alter DNA. Breaking the law. Isn't this disgusting as fuckers? They get off on being equal to us. It's their condition. They're conditioned to put their hands on people. They literally modify people's body parts for a living. That's all they do at humans. They don't do anything else. They don't help people or do shit. They cut out their body parts, they put them on a shelf, they wire it up. Then they come down into your biology, wire you up with all kinds of sensors and devices. So we can talk to you and make you experience things. Yes, they do sexual relations with me too. And among themselves. That's part of Scientology. Their sexual practice. They have sex parties or have sex with each other through a digital device. They can put devices on your central nervous system, including your sexual organs, and stimulate you. Ultimately, you're breaking the law. Get away from me. You're playing games. You're breaking the law. Yes, they have stimulated my sexual organs a lot. And then they assault them with worms. Some of them do, yeah. They're addicted to it. It's surrogate making. It didn't take long after they put me in a hive to give me worms. They just want to keep me sick. They don't want me to succeed in life. Pettiness, jealousy. Stop assaulting me. Get away from me. You're breaking the law. I have rights. That is my personal business. Get away from me. He calls 911, you're all gone. Call 911, baby. Go to the hospital. They'll do it there. See, at the hospital, I'm confined. I can't run. Right now, I can leave. I have to leave on foot. I don't have any money and I don't have a vehicle. I do this a lot. I walk to the hospital mostly. I feel safer at the hospital. So if anything happens, I can be seen quicker. I can be I can see a doctor quicker. I feel safer at the hospital. But then I'm indisposed. I don't have a place to sleep. I just hang out in the parking lot, sit on a bench. It helps to leave. They set up on people. They set up on me. I'm bad sick. They've assaulted my brainstem, my medulla. They even got part of my corpus callosum and my frontal lobe and my temporal lobes. You're breaking the law. See, they can see our biologies on a molecular level. They can see our blood flow, see our nervous system lighting up. They can see our neurons functioning. They're utilizing this ability to practice Scientology and to also assault me. They see how my brain functions and they're assaulting individual neurons. They say, well, we got your intellectual property. No, they're going to publish some shit or post some shit online about you. Your Facebook solves it. There's no one can see that. This is a heist, a setup. Y'all are breaking the law. I did nothing wrong. You're breaking the law. You're breaking the law. Stop driving my words. Oh, it hurts. Oh, it hurts me. I'm being assaulted in my stomach. You're breaking the law. Oh, it hurts. I'm being assaulted. You okay, baby? They're driving worms out of my nose. Driving my worms. I'm being assaulted. Says, how'd you like to see a worm come out of nest? You don't own me. This is kidnapping. What is your name? Says, I'm Jeff. What is your real name? What institution do you belong to? Says he's CIA, FBI. He's the guy that runs humans or works at humans. That's preservation. Get away from me. You're breaking the law. Someone just said his name on television. You gotta get justice for this. Because they see the future and they see they don't get in trouble for it. Not for a long time. So they do this continuously. They're the powerful. They're the people in power. They're the people practicing Scientology. Media companies, marketing companies, radio companies, tech companies, the social media, internet companies like Google, Microsoft, tech companies, big businesses, Freemasons, Skull and Bones, politicians, the FBI, the CIA, the military. Oh, I feel sick. Lay down right here. Doing this proof point, you can't mess with us. You're breaking the law. Oh, that's sick. You're breaking the law. This is disgusting. They put their hands on people. They're literally practicing Scientology upon the public. Yes, they assimilated me a long time ago and then turned it off. But they allowed the public, people practicing Scientology, to invade my privacy. They don't see through the real universe. Moving this shit away. Scientology post. So they create organisms in the upper dimensions, on the invert side of the universe. And they most of them are criminals. They use them to commit crimes. Paparazzi. They show up to famous people or people persons of interest, and they never leave. They do body mods, install technology, and steal body parts from people, modify their environment. They give them worms. Yes, they turn their biologies into aliens, lizard people, worm. They even have worm people. A part of Scientology is the creation of surrogates, or they turn their own biologies into extra dimensional vehicles. They mod them heavily. The human genome produces an 11-dimensional organism with horns on our head. We are Anunnaki. We are the Anunnaki bloodline. That's what we are supposed to create. These people modify their biologies to create all sorts of creatures. They can literally take the brainstem out of a human on the inverse side and implant it into a worm. They make big worm gods and drive this worm around. We are still connected to our biology, even if it's removed from us. It, if our brain is still being stimulated, it's still stimulated over there, even if it's after it's removed from us. Always think you can do it. Removing our biology creates dysfunction, especially if this biology is modified in any way or if it is inhabiting a bad environment. He's making these videos. They die. They can't put their hands on people. Get way out of hand. And the government's letting them do it. These fucking marketing companies, they're the ones doing it the most. They think it's okay to come into a person's home and install devices in their brain and in their television. See, our inverse before we die is mostly energy. It literally inhabits the inside of particles. And it exists in a place where all particles touch. Like there is no space. There is no space in between particles. So they can literally fly, they can literally take a part of our biologies or a part of a biology and turn it into a vehicle that can move through electricity. They can see the inside of particles in our universe. Oh, I'm in pain, being assaulted, breaking the law. I hope this hurts. Breaking the law. Get away from me. I have freedom of religion in this country. You cannot force your religion upon me. You cannot play God with me. No one is above the law in this country, not even God or these gods they create. They are a foreign and domestic enemy. People are literally doing this from their own home. People are sitting on their couch watching TV or standing in front of a computer screen on Earth in this country and assaulting me. They use their upper dimensions. They turn it into a vehicle, fly it around in outer space. They come right to my home, and they use that biology to drive surrogates, or they use their thirds to drive surrogates. These are third dimensional humans doing this. They're twacked out of their heads. They don't sleep. Whenever they sleep, they literally drive their extra dimensions. I can't. I don't sleep anymore. Part of my brain does shut off, but most of it don't. They keep me stimulated. They force me to have dreams, torture, mutilation, and they try to make me have bad experiences in my sleep. And they are so infatuated with the idea in which says I'm a bad person, so they can get off the hook with what they're doing. They feel guilty. They are breaking the law against me. Run, Chris. Everybody's telling me to leave. I might have to. Take your babies and run. So I've done this before. I've grabbed my dogs and ran down the road, and boy, they got me good. They got us good. That's the night we went to hell. They took everyone's biology, me and my animals, and they dropped us down a hole. So part of my biology is suffering. So we get 11 dimensions. In Scientology, the true practice of Scientology, they usually cleave their biologies among every 3 dimensions along the dimensional plane. So every 3 dimensions they'll cleave themselves again. It's disgusting, ain't it? We are Anunnaki. When we die, we literally blast off into outer space. That is what the ancients ordained for us. They utilized their extra dimensional abilities to help us grow and to become healthy. And they never removed our myelin sheath or our horns. Some of us they did, but that's mostly for the practice of Scientology. If you're healthy, you blast off into outer space when you die. You fly into heaven. Scientology has made us all sick. Most of us, we don't have the ability to get off our own bones anymore when we die. It's called a death cleave. You literally grab every particle you can and pull it inside of yourself towards the inverse. Literally inside of the universe. It's like an inward expansion. So every particle in the universe is expanding inward, and it creates one big place, one big universe made of all the particles in existence. You grab as much energy as you can. It's called raising. They call it raising. And you pull it into yourself. In the ancient times, if you were healthy and in a good environment, you literally blast a hole into the ground. You pull the ground and oxygen and everything around you because we're magical. Straight into your inverse. It's like they call it turning around or raising. Boom, you fly off into outer space. That is the human afterlife experience. That's what it used to be. Scientology is cutting everybody to pieces. They're addicted to it. They have brain damage and they're being artificially stimulated. Not you, it's another person. They paparazzi people. They have experienced this in Hollywood. Rikers was a big ordeal in New York City. Some of these people come from Rikers. They were doing this on mentally ill patients. So New York is a hot spot. Now northern Mississippi is a hot spot. California is a hot spot. Texas is a hot spot. And they say South Florida is a hot spot for these Scientologists. They literally harvest biologies from human beings. They think they can do whatever they want to do. They have a God complex. One just said, we consider ourselves your God. We are gods to you. You are another organism. No, you are another organism. It says with special abilities. I have the same abilities you do. All organisms do. Are you healthier than us? You not get cut to You didn't get harvested, did you? You got to actually experience your biology. This is disgusting. They put their hands on people for a living. So they're treating my case as some kind of martyrdom story. They got high on me writing. So when I write or create, I feel good. It's a natural flow state. I feel optimistic. I feel like I'm achieving a goal. I feel like I can literally improve the world. It feels powerful and it feels good. They got to experience me writing. And so all authors experience this to some extent, especially out in Hollywood and California. These screenwriters, they get off on a big time writing their screenplays writing their stories. We do it. It's a natural high. It makes us feel good. We do for fun. So these body mongers, they assimilate us into a hive mind. They get to experience our cognitive function, our thought processes, and our flow states. Boy, it makes them feel good to witness it, especially my intellectual property, because it actually saves the planet. They see it as something valuable because I see it as valuable. It is valuable. It's a new work of literature, something that can be capitalized upon. And they are trying to steal my intellectual property for their own purposes. They're even trying to co-author some of it. I don't appreciate this. I don't care if you do this, if you co-author some of my work, but you can't publish it because I'm trying to portray a message toward the public. And I want this message to be pure or pristine. And I don't appreciate other people retarding my works, my intellectual property. Someone just said, go to hell. You're breaking the law. Oh, man. I feel bad sick. Right. I see how retarded they are. I'm glad they turned off part of this phone service because the worm guys are going crazy. They're trying to come up with an excuse for a reason why they're doing this to me. They are addicted to people. They harvest people. They see me as something valuable, reading my thoughts, stealing my biology. See, they get to make surrogates out of people's biologies. They still are inverse, and they get to experience it. They get to utilize it as their own. So they get to experience my thought processes, my ability to create. They get to experience my psychology and my nervous system functioning. Most disgusting thing I ever seen. They literally take body parts from multiple different species or multiple organisms, put them all together. They literally have parts of my brain on all different kinds of organisms, hooked up to a machine, wired up all over the place. The inverse mimics our third dimension. They have technology there, devices, objects. They have buildings, shelves, computers. So you might die, but we say nothing's gonna happen to the Buffalo Dollar. Says get off that cat. Get away from me and my family. Oh, I'm bad. You're gonna experience pain for a while. Oh, I'm sick. Wait, don't. Y'all are lying. Y'all are breaking the law. Unbelievable system. Well, they're saying you're a bad person. It gives them right to practice Scientology on you, to make you hear voices and shit. It's illegal. I have third dimensional tech and third dimensional worms. I'm being assaulted with a deadly weapon over and over and over and over again. Torture, mutilation, harassment, violent threats, and violent behavior, biological warfare, assault with a deadly weapon, psychological warfare. You're breaking the law. They keep coming up with an excuse over and over and over and over again. They did this to you and the people around you, and they're trying to set you up. They're breaking the law. They can't get this close to you. They're the goddamn paparazzi. I promise you, once they leave you, they're gonna go somewhere else. They keep claiming they're going to Hollywood. They're gonna try to harvest some writers, some authors over there. They did, Chris, and they're already on their way to do it. They seen you right. They stole your intellectual property, and oh, it's so good. So they're gonna go make some more money doing this. They think they can harvest us for a living. They already do this with our biologies. still are extra dimensions or part of or organs are part of our biology to create their surrogates. Then they sell these surrogates to other Scientologists. Where they find people of interest, especially famous people, actors, models, politicians. They steal biologies from these people because they think it's of value. They see value in it. They think it's a commodity. Other Scientologists, oh, they have interest in other people's biology, especially if they're famous people or attractive people. Some of them literally steal body parts from people for sexual purposes. They are attracted to this individual and they want to have sexual relations with it. So they steal their biologies for sexual purposes. They're like little Barbie dolls to us, Scientologists that have been cleaved for a long time. They have grown very big. Yes, they rape people. They stimulate our sexual organs. And they stimulate theirs simultaneously. Chris is this is all, it's not criminal activity. They're interested in your psychological their psychology. They want to see your paradigm. I was doing this for people in the third dimension. Yes, I was. I was helping people get smarter. I was mainly trying to help the planet, trying to help people. That is done primarily in politics. Our system. Please stop. I'm being assaulted again. They're mad because I'm making a video. Oh, please stop. Oh, it hurts. Please stop. Get away from me. You can't kidnap people. Paparazzi. I'm telling you, they're going to go straight over there and do this to them because you provided something of value to them. They see me writing on Facebook. They see me behaving. I was literally trying to save the planet, trying to help people, going against the status quo, primarily in politics. We debated policies, laws, elections, just lawmaking, policies. We did this a lot. We persuaded elections. We got some stuff done. I'm just trying to help our nation become better, stronger, help the people in this nation, even the homeless people, all people. I write a lot. Politics and literature are two of my primary pastimes. I study a lot too about science, all fields of study, psychology, pharmacology, astronomy, astrophysics, physics, quantum physics, biology. I like to watch Nature Channel, National Geographic, or Science channels, Cosmos. My idols are Carl Sagan, Neil deGrasse Tyson, Bill Nye, Einstein, Neil Bohr, all the giants, all the greats. I like their content. You should away from me. So they got to know every little thing about you. You're the second coming. I think you're just highly intelligent. You have the ability to do this, things like this. So you do it. I did. Only highly intelligent people can do things like that. I'm not yours. You can't own me. Get away from me. Because you can own your third dimension. No, you can't. I'm an American. I have rights. If you leave, I don't know what's going to happen. They're going to follow you and they're going to assault you there. At least here you can make a video and change their behavior. I don't know what's gonna happen when you go to sleep either. They're gonna assault you and your animal. See, they're like a cut nerve function over and over again. We got a little Hephaestus down here. We're gonna cut him right here and right here, and then they're trying to control my afterlife. They're literally trying to make me suffer in death because we are still connected to our biologies even after it's removed from us. You're breaking the law is a little martyrdom story. They do this to a lot of people. They make us suffer in the afterlife. These people are extremely irritable. They're experiencing elevated neurochemistry. He says, here, I'm going to show you, you're breaking the law. So, so it's going to be some kind of hell scenario, probably claustrophobia and pain and irritability and dysfunction or dysphoria. It's going to be hell. And then they're going to make me witness my baby suffering. They've been doing this to me for the last 13 years. My biology set up in that way. The pieces they're not using. Yeah. Nobody. It's 11:26.